Okay, everybody, the day has come. Round 2 of Assassins has officially started. Addison and I got our targets' names, and we figured out the prize money. It's kind of trash, actually. It's not trash, but like the first place gets 800, second place gets 400, which is like a lot, but then it's split because there's 2 people in your group, so each get 400 if you're first place and 200 if you're second place, which I guess to some people that's a lot, but like, I mean, I work and I can get $200 in like a little over 2 weeks, so don't know how worth it is. Kind of gives me less motivation. Yeah, it's still fun, and yeah, maybe like I'll try to get like top 10 maybe. Oh,
I'm driving.
My gosh, you guys. Very beginning, Chris was at Chick-fil-A. 2 girls walk in, and they say, "Oh, is Michaela working here?" And he was like, he didn't know if they were. I still don't know if they were our targets or not.
Probably.
But he was like, no, I haven't seen her in a while. And they're like, okay.
trying to play him off, you know.
And then we were working together,
and Jack, a friend of ours, texted us and said, "Watch out, rumor has it Q's gonna be crawling with assassins tonight." And so we were like, well crap, now we have to watch our backs. So I got off a couple hours earlier than her, so I went to go pick her up and pulled up like way in the front.
And
like,
my manager was like, I just saw 2 people in the
like
bushes.
the woods,
and
because
I was like,
we had to
what?
walk. We had to walk from the Q building all the way like across, like kind of down the street and stuff. And so there's like trees and woods and stuff by there. So he said he saw them there, but I don't know. So then, like, we hadn't really gone our assassin. The round ends tonight. We've had like a week. We haven't really done anything.
Can you hold it, please? My arm is dying.
We hadn't gotten our targets yet, and it had been like a few days, and we only had a couple days left. And so she was working. So the other day, I went with a friend, and we staked out, and like we were trying to get his target at the school after school, right? And so like we were staking out. We weren't even really like trying to get my target yet. We were waiting till after his practice. But I pulled around to look at the guys going into their practice to see if they practice in their jersey with the numbers, because I know his number, and my friend knows what the guy drives, and he was like, "That's his car over there." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And we looked, and he was literally in it. So I pulled up right next to him. So his car's facing this way, my car's facing this way. So our driver's side next to each other. It was a nice day, so my windows were all down. And I called my friend on the phone, and I was sticking my head out the window. I was like, "Hey, like, I don't see you." You know, I was trying to make it look natural, like I was trying to pick somebody up. He literally like finishes eating, and he's on his phone. He gets out of the car, and I shot him right there out the window. I was like, "Got you." And he was like, "I knew you looked suspicious. I knew you weren't actually on the phone." And I was like, yes, I was actually on the phone, but okay, thanks. Can I have your code now? Our targets haven't really come for us this whole time. Like, I wasn't worried at all.
We were careless.
Yeah, because they just haven't come for us at all. There's 2 parking lots. There's one that the employees park at right down the street, and then there's one in the back of our restaurant, which customers park at, but I've been parking there because of Assassin, so it's like a shorter walk. So I pulled in there today, and I was just chilling on my phone. I was calling my friend, so like we chatted in the car for like 5 minutes while we were just finishing a phone call. And so I get out, and luckily I wasn't on my phone. That would have been horrible because I wouldn't have seen. But so I get out my driver's side door. I walk around the bed of my truck, and I kind of look up, and then there's this girl like.
Were you expecting them?
No, not at all. Not at all. I wasn't even gonna like run to the restaurant or anything.
I'm so grateful I got dropped off.
Yeah. And then I called you.
If you wouldn't have called me, I would have gone shocked.
I know.
Because I saw her. You called me, then I knew exactly what you were calling for, and I saw her. She's so sus.
Oh, she was so sus. No, so I walked out, and there's this girl standing there, like 2 cars down, and she's kind of like looking at me, and I like in an instant, I just like I knew what it was.
You just know.
Because she
so
she
weird.
walked out, and then she like saw me and kind of like turned around slowly, but I looked in her hand. She had like her phone and a water gun in her hand. Like I just saw the colors because we have the same guns, and I knew exactly what it was. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I literally walked right back in, turn on my car, back up, and then at that point she starts walking towards me, so she's in front of my car.
She's gonna do?
I don't know. I thought she was gonna block me. I was like, "I will run over you." And so she was just kind of standing there like looking at me, and I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" So I just like skirt off, and I was literally going so fast, and she starts sprinting after my car. I don't know, hop in the bed of my truck or something. I was like, "I'm moving. Like, I am a fast car. You can't get me." So I literally skirt out. I turn right. I'm just driving down the road. By that time, my shift is starting, and I'm like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?"
And then, when did you call me?
No, so I was on the phone with Katie that whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, they're here. And then I pull into the Stone Creek parking lot, which is right down the road from my work. And then I was like, I gotta call Mick, because I thought you were coming in at 5:30. I didn't have urgency because I thought you were coming in at 5:30.
Okay, so this is when my part comes in. So Chris is driving me to work because we were hanging out before. Thankfully, I would have driven, and oh my gosh, so good that he came to my house. So he's dropping me off. I get a call from Addison immediately. I know exactly what's happening. And I look to my right, and this super suspicious girl. She's all, she sees me, and she like is alert. I'm like, okay, great. Now I'm like giving away.
Where was her gun?
I think
Must
she
be in
didn't
her
have
waistband.
it.
It was a small
I think it
one.
was in her waistband because it was like
Yeah.
an itty bitty one. But she like had her phone in her hand. Like I knew exactly. And then and then I knew exactly when Chris pulled up and she started walking. I was like, yeah, that's her. So she crouched down behind this van. Chris is parked in front of like the doors, but like he's like, hey, get out. I was like, she's behind the car. She's behind the car. He's like, no, she's not. She's not behind my truck. I'm like, she's behind the van. And so he's like okay, like. So he backs up and he backs into the bushes. He hits the bushes and then he like backs up and like goes around to the back, but she's walking. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm on the phone with Addison. Chris is yelling in this ear. Addison's
I'm yelling. I'm trying to tell her what was going on so she can be aware.
I thought she was inside. I thought you were inside the whole time. And you're like, be careful, they're there. They chased me. You said they chased me down. I thought you said they chased me to the inside. And I was like, oh, she's inside. Like I was like, help me. I didn't know that you were.
And I was like, I'm like, what do I do? I need help. I'm in a parking lot down the road. My shift already started.
So funny. I had no idea that you needed help. I was like, help me. And you're like, so
She hung up.
I was
She like
freaking
sprinted
out.
into the restaurant and hung up. And I
No,
was
but
like, and I'm
listen,
like,
there's more.
I'm
So
in a
I
parking
get
lot.
out of the car. No, so he backs up to the back of the building. She's right there. She's literally standing there like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm like, you think you're gonna get me? My legs are longer than your body, so don't even act like you can outrun me. And so I was like, Chris, like, back up. So he starts, like, pulling out to go back to the front, and she starts walking. So I was gonna have Chris, like, stop, and then I get out and go to the back while she, like, thinks I'm going to the front. But then Chris didn't really get that, so he just, like, pulled to the front, and then he's like, get out. He goes as fast as he can, speed to the front. He's like, get out. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I get out, and then I'm like, I get out, I stand there, I'm like, she's like, because I didn't know what was happening. She starts seeing me, and then I book it, and this girl starts shooting her, like, and she starts shooting at me, and I know she didn't get me, and she was like, bitch, I got you. And I was like going as fast as I can. I run to the back, swing the door open, and I run, and I'm like, am I wet? And all my coworkers like, no, like, you're not wet, you're fine. And then I'm still on the phone with Addison. I was like, I made it. And then
she hangs up.
I did?
Yes. And I was like, well, and I called Chris, her boyfriend who had just left. And I was like, Chris, come get me. I'm gonna leave my car in this parking lot. Please come get me. He's like, my dad is screaming at me. I can't. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? I texted my manager and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'll be there as soon as I can.
She was so mad in the moment.
I was like, I'll be there as soon as I can. This is Assassin. And she's like, that's not a reason to be late and whatever. So I was like, I gotta go to work. So I drive. It took me forever to turn left. It was such a busy road. So I drive back to the employee lot, and I was like, okay, well, now I have to get to work. So then I like look around. I didn't think they saw me or anything. And
You were in the employee lot?
I'm right here in my car right now. You can't see it, but there's a field and some trees.
You
And our
walked through
work is
that?
over there.
You walked through
When
that?
I said the woods, I meant the woods. So I was like, my manager was so mad, and so I was like, okay.
It was so
I was
scary.
like, all right, whatever.
I go
So-
to the bathroom, I'm on the phone with her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So she was on the phone with me the whole time. So I look around, I lock my car, I put everything in my pockets, and I book it. I literally sprint across this field, across the street, up that hill, through the trees. So I'm in the middle of the trees, like dense trees. And I'm like, where do I go? And I was like, Michaela, like I don't know if they can see me or anything. So I'm like literally trampling. I'm under branches. I'm through like thorns, and then there's this.
I didn't think you were in this parking lot.
Yeah, well, I was. So then there's this huge ditch full of thorn bushes.
Bro,
So I
you're
was
lucky
like,
there wasn't a pond.
oh
Oh,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
lucky
that
there
was
wasn't a
so
pond.
bad.
So I literally like was going under there. I like had to walk along this ditch to find a part I could jump over. So I literally jump across the ditch. I sprint behind this dumpster. I see Michaela's head poked out of the kitchen door on the phone with me, and I was like, get in there. I get into the kitchen. Everybody looks at me, and I'm like literally panting. And then I was like, frick, because our manager. Long story short with her though, she yelled at us and was like, I'm not gonna schedule
Super
you if you
mad.
keep playing this game.
Yeah,
yada, yada.
I was like, okay, wow.
I was so scared. And then we apologized later and she was totally fine. She's like,
She's
I
super
yelled at her.
cool.
She just dropped us off at our car and like
Yeah,
got
she's so
out,
nice.
got out and like checked the bed of my truck and checked this car next to us to make sure nobody
She's
was
like,
here.
she's like into it. She was just having like a stressful.
It was just a stressful
morning.
time, yeah.
I never made an outro to this video, so I'm making it now. It's about a week, almost a week later. And Assassin has taken a break for this week because prom's on Saturday, and so they don't, which is so nice, I think, because I want to be able to go shopping and go get my nails done without getting shot, which is really nice. So it starts up the week after prom, the Monday after prom. So we've had a nice little break. It'll be good. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.